Tell me when the 30 starts.
All right, guys, welcome to the Northern Footy Show. I'm bugging my last live up trying to push buttons and do everything. We are live at the Great Lalor Football Club. It's a huge night down here. I think I heard them say, Maddie and Kira, just a couple of minutes ago, there's over 100 in the room. We've just seen some very weird finds.
It's amazing.
Out on the
We've seen a wheel being spun.
There was an uproar. I think young Xavier Whitnell's done something absolutely ridiculous. And we watched
Don't get
it
caught on
TV.
TikTok, mate. Just
We're
don't
not
get
doing
caught.
that. But what a huge week of footy, guys. It's round one. Good Friday footy. So tomorrow we get to go to the footy and not eat meat maybe and just,
Fish burger to go wash it all down.
Lobster roll.
What's that?
A lobster roll.
Lobster roll.
Yes.
I heard was on the go tomorrow. Now, tomorrow we're doing something very special as well in the kitchen. We'll be down here, do something live. And I've got to tell you, to the both of you, from me, I'm just so excited that this has been a huge pre-season for us, guys. We did it. I watched our first video with Nipper the other day, and
we wish the very best to get better soon.
On. What's that?
So we wish to get better really soon.
We do. And Nipper obviously had an injury pre-season, but if you're right, I heard about round 5 or 6, he'll be back. Tell me, guys, what did you enjoy about our little pre-season? We've started this show from being imbeciles to now we're just idiots. What did you love, Maddie?
Well, I reckon we started in the studio, and I actually really loved the studio. I thought the chats we had went down to Heidelberg with Vinny. We had Darcy Wilmot on the show.
It was massive.
Yeah, Nipper. We've had so many. We had Fletch come in the studio, who's
Fletch
been
was
an
great,
amazing fan,
big supporter
of the club. But getting down to the clubs as well. I mean, I know myself. I've been to all my junior clubs.
Yeah.
Went back to my senior club, and to be back in that kind of atmosphere and.
You missed the goal down there at Bundoora Junior Footy Club.
Not when it counted on grand final day. But
That's
I feel like as a person that's had footy a massive part of his life, to be able to backstep and go back into what it started as, it's a massive thing for me. So
as Shane Whitnell pops in, we are live, but that's all right. You're welcome on. Come on, put your head on, Shane. It's all about you.
But it is all about you. It's always been about you.
Actually, it is about you.
All those things to me has been amazing.
I love seeing you down there, to be honest. I could see the enjoyment. We had a run around with the little kids on the day. It was great. Then Kira, we got down to Heidelberg. It's clear you have a few friends down at Heidelberg. It wasn't that hard to convince them. I think Shane just realised he was live online. But Kira, you got down to Heidelberg with the girls. I went down, had some fun with the young ladies at Thomastown, but I loved the way your interviews went in Heidelberg. It was one of our highest TikTok views at that stage.
It's great to get the girls involved, and they love a bit of social media.
Yep.
So, it's awesome to get them involved and get them chatting, because as we spoke about really early, my first show here is about the media presence of the girls and being able to get them involved where we can. So that's been great as well. But I've also enjoyed putting the absolute muzz on everyone in the goal kicking competition. I destroyed everyone.
Yes, you did.
I just jinxed everyone. So that's my role.
I think for me, selfishly, my favourite moment pre-season, and we've lost our camera girl, so I'm forgetting to do a couple of things here. We'll get to that during the day, but
not a massive loss, to be fair.
Not a massive loss. She won't be watching.
We love you, Jessica.
But I got to catch up with Jimmy Atkins, so to see a kid that I coached, as a 13-year-old, 14-year-old, now a premiership coach, man, what gets me is the respect the players have for him, the respect the other coaches have for him. We've spoken so much about what footy does for communities and the importance of it. It's like watching one of your babies grow up, He was great. I thoroughly enjoyed it. The goal kicking, we have a leader so far, and we haven't aired it. Me and Maddie had our first kick here at Lalor. Wasn't too
horrendous.
But I know that we're going to extend it a bit longer. I got 5 or 6 other clubs in the last 2 weeks that said we want to kick for it. So I think we might end it on King's birthday weekend. Get the women involved.
We've got the girls want to do it as well.
The girls want to do it as well.
So all the teams out there that want to put the women's side forward, We still have the $1,000 on the line for the winner of that one.
Yep.
It'll be done on the same day. Kira will be running it. So
I do apologise in advance because I'll probably jinx your goal kicking, but
well, someone's got to win. You can't jinx everybody. That's still coming up.
I think when Kira said, what chance to give him here? Kira goes, oh, no problems.
Yeah.
And then everyone missed.
Everyone done.
And then as soon as she was off camera, they sent him a kick and goal. Bordeaux was grateful. Did you host Bordeaux? Yeah, you were talking.
Yeah.
Bordeaux kicked immaculately. All right, let's talk about a couple of other things. I released my top 5 last week for each division. I didn't get one bit of criticism out of that, which rocked my world, to be honest.
Well, you can throw a blanket over. Like the top 5 is always based upon, you tend to get a lot of midfielders in that kind of area. It's a similar Brownlow medal.
Yes.
But for me, it's, I think value, you're going to do something realistic about all the top 5s, and you probably get a little bit of heat, but your top 5 forwards, your top 5 mids, and your top 5 backs, because everyone comes with a different set of skills. As a backman myself, very underrated backman. I'll always say that. We never get
underrated?
it. No, I was never underrated.
Yeah. I think Paul King said you were heavily overrated.
Yeah, but most people have said I'm heavily overrated. But I think that it's hard to argue a top 5 because you can throw a blanket over 30, 40 blokes that would have every bit of credentials to be top 5.
Well, my money ball system that I use, which I'm happy to disclose mainly how it worked, club votes last year, umpires votes, where you finished on the ladder, and you got points for all of those things, how often you featured in the best, and it's not a guaranteed situation, it is a blanket throwing over it, but I know in Division 3, I honestly think most sides can win it, there's probably 2 or 3 that are in rebuild mode, but, if you get Eddie Betts and Neville Jetta on the field with
Saad.
how do you even
and the 7 Proctor
John
boys.
Burns on there, the Proctor family, which I think if all the Proctors play,
That's
they
a
have
single
2
game.
meetings for the day.
Too many for a team.
Look at the boys down there. So if they get them all there, I'm taking.
We've seen Mernda as well pre-season.
Mernda pre-season have looked fantastic.
You've got Ivanhoe now
and
just signed the Selwoods.
Ivanhoe's got Selwood. King Lake's got Dane Swan on round 1. My God, I can't believe that's Division 3.
Yeah.
And the quality of talent running around in Division 1 is absolutely off the charts. Kira, tell me, how's your Coburg duties going?
Good.
You're into it?
Yes, we're very, very busy. As I touched on earlier, we started last week, round 1. Got round 2, we play tomorrow. So a big week. Our captain's playing 100 games tomorrow.
Wow.
It's 10th year at the club.
Well,
so
congratulations.
It's a very, very big
that's
game
really
tomorrow.
important. Did you play 100 games, Matty?
All up, I did, yeah.
Any truth to the rumour? A lot of comments come in. Are you the only captain to not get drafted from the Knights?
No, I was the first. There's a bit of a, Maz, if you're out there, this is directed at you. Came in one day to a cricket club and said, we'd love giving it to a mate of mine, first captain of an under-18 team not to get drafted. That wouldn't be the first person. Maz used to ask me, who was it? That'd be my good self.
I found that
I
out.
always told you, though, I was always very unlucky in my last year of under-18s, not because of injuries, just my mum and my nonna were such good cooks, couldn't get money to kid pod, so yeah.
I often say I could have played AFL, I was just missing talent, heart and ability. We're down here tonight, we've got 2 huge guests going to come on. No introduction will be required for Lance Whitnell, Carlton champion. I'm just in awe of him being a Carlton man. I've watched him a million times kick a goal, but in all seriousness, what he's doing for Lalor and his brother, Shane, and Wally, and the whole crew, it's not fair to say it's one person, but the name Lance Whitnell back at the club, when you walk in here, one of the first things I seen today over there was Kuda and Lance up on the wall.
That was the first thing I noticed when I walked in as well.
And, the club has had a couple of tough years. Matty, tell me about the history you've seen on the wall before, because these guys are here to rebuild this. Let's talk about the trophy cabinet. We'll show you later.
That's the first thing I basically saw when I came in, and a lot of guys in our generation wouldn't appreciate the names on there, but I've spoken to Vinny. You got Matty Carmichael, who's a massive Bundura man. You got Archie Parisis. You've got Will Cox. You've got
Marshall.
Yeah, all these blokes.
Harusalakis.
These are names that were household names, and there was 3 or 4 or 5 years back in those years where they just dominated football. And I think you see with every club, I mean, you've had the Heidelberg era, you've had the Bandera era, you've had all these different eras. To see that in the early 90s, it really breaks your heart that they had to go back and start again. But to have blokes like the Whitnells in, Cooter's throwing his hat in the ring to give a hand, for me, it's everything that's needed for Lalor.
I heard that. I heard Cooter's been down to the club. Obviously, Lance and Shane are here. They've brought over Xavier Whitnell's come over to play. We did an interview with Xavier a couple of weeks ago. He's not coming on tonight despite his constant requests.
Is that too much?
Are you sure?
Yeah, no, we're sure he's not coming on. But his grandfather played here. His grandmother worked the kitchen.
Graham worked
his dad's here. His uncle's here. Graham Whitnell, who was a great player in his own right, make no mistake. There's just this family history brewing here. There's a lot of young fellas here at the club. 100 people in here tonight. It's a full house. That's exactly what the club needs.
I think it's what any club needs, really. It's what the fabric of football is.
It is.
Of course, you've got to move forward and create a new path, but you've also got to honour your history and really, embrace it, because at the end of the day, it makes you who you are. So it's important for Lalor, but I think more broadly, it's important for every football club.
And to back on that, we did say before that Peter Smythe, or Yummy as they call him, 51 years at a club, he's probably seen every part of football, and to kind of hear what he had to say regarding where they want the club to be and the exciting times to come down to the club during those big eras. Yeah, it's what football's about.
I must admit, we'll air the video of Peter, who was amazing. Matty interviewed him earlier. He could have told you more stories, and you've got life left in you. And his passion for the club was outstanding.
It was amazing. But just as you said, you could have these type of guys that have been in football for 50, 60 years. I mean, they could talk for 4 hours and they probably wouldn't even touch the surface of these stories. I mean, that's what a footy club does. Yeah. I'm only 44, and I reckon I could have 5-6 days worth of stories.
You're 44. You've had a hard life.
I'm only about 15 years. I'm only 15 years younger than him. So.
If I didn't have a crack at him in the
I must admit I did throw an early punch. But I just think what footy does to a club, and as I said, we've spoken to Stefan. We had Cameron on earlier regarding the Sean Miller Foundation. I mean, amazing. Football's everything, and football clubs, they help develop these young men.
Yeah, and the club's in really good hands as well.
Amazing.
Very well run. We'll have Wally on later. We'll have a quick interview with Wally. Now, at 7:50, we're going to move over to the jumper presentation.
Yep. The first half of it,
so the first half of their jumper presentation, and they're also going to announce their leadership team. So then we're going to double back to us. Might be a couple of little commercials in there, don't leave us. And then we'll double back to us, and then we're going to get into the interviews with Lance and Shane. Lance and Wally, which will be awesome. In all seriousness, I've not seen a Good Friday game. Not at local level like this. Epping's here tomorrow. Epping's in great condition at the moment. Great coach, great guys like Juddy running the club. If I don't mention Juddy, I get smashed on Facebook by his greatest supporter. I'm sure he'll be watching. But Juddy's a great bloke, a huge giver. We've got a huge day down here tomorrow. I just heard there's some restrictions on alcohol being served and where. It's got to do with liquor licensing, but there will be some grog available at the game. But if you're not doing anything on Good Friday, I assure you,
what a place to get down. Round one of Diamond Northern Footy League.
They need you.
Where would you be?
Grassroots footy at its finest. I'm
hoping that or Carlton, so you're coming down here every day of the week.
Yeah, well, it's not the Carlton show though. Hero's involved in the Carlton show, so we are Carlton. You are not. I just got the scores. I think Collingwood's down by 30 points. But I didn't really. One good thing you can do on tonight's show, guys, once we get Lance and Wally on, if you've got any questions, simply type it in there on Facebook. It'll pop up on our screen, providing that it's decent and not inappropriate. We'll put it up and get it up there for you. Now, I think, Ash, can we speak to you? Ash, are we about 5 minutes away? Whenever you're ready, we're ready to go over to you. We're going to wait for the lovely Ashley, who's organised everything down here tonight.
And can I just say what an amazing job they've done?
Amazing
job. You've got your red and white on the tables, you've got balloons here, you've got streamers up. They've really shown a passion for the club, and that's where it all starts. I mean, we always talk about having the players and stuff like that, but if you look at the teams back there, and if you speak to blokes like Vinny, Matty Carmichael, who I speak to Vinny a lot, very simply that these guys grew up together in the under-19s. They went through the reserves and they came through seniors. So a lot of the time, if you're looking at the long-term view, it's a lot brighter if you can keep everyone together, add 1 or 2 every year, because you always have turnover. This club will get back to where it should be.
Before these guys come up, let's talk about this one I'm really proud of. We had around the back spot. What we can do, can't be live TV, but I wanted to touch on, we have, someone nearly ran through it.
Yeah, I know. We just lost everything.
We've hit 500,000 views of our videos pre-season. 1,750 odd subscribers on the Facebook, 1,000 on TikTok, YouTube. Well, this will be launched now by YouTube. This is live on YouTube as well.
May I say, the highest ranking video on TikTok is.
This seems appropriate. We're crossing live.
He's actually kicking right in the arse.
All right, we're going to cross over to the leadership presentation. I'm going to keep this live. Stay tuned for the interview with Shane and that after.
Tell me something.
Hey! One boy, shut up! Can everyone please stay safe for the minute and vote to announce this year's leadership
Wayne, Wayne, where is he?
Everyone shut up, please! One boy!
Are we doing Captain 2 now? All right. First of all, thank you for everybody turning up tonight. To see this many people in the room, it's absolutely fantastic, and it's great to see. But it just replicates our pre-season, where the boys have just showed up. Everyone's done the work, showing up to every bit of training, everything we're throwing at them, they're showing up. So it's it's great to see. So good start. Well done. Obviously up here just at the moment, just to announce our leadership group. It was sort of a bit of a criteria that we had as a coaching group. You know, the blokes that turned up, done the training, blokes that encouraged, blokes that sort of dragged the group along, made the group better, and all sorts of other different things that we threw in there. We've come up with a 5-man leadership group for this year. Our 5-man leadership group is Hayden Chatton, Heath Patton, Nathan Mitica, Hayden Hunt, and our captain for 2024 is Scott Dixon. Hello, mate. Good stuff. How you doing?
Oh, yes, Scotty.
Jumper. Turn around.
That's a very small. Smile, big guy. Smile.
First of all, I just want to say,
Yeah, Tom. Come.
just want to say I'm really honoured to accept this role this year, and thanks to you boys for voting me in. Thanks to the coaches for the confidence to put me in this position as well. On behalf of the rest of the leadership group, we're also really honoured to represent you guys this year and can't wait for the year ahead. But in saying that as well, we can also recognise there's a lot of other really good leaders within the club outside of us. You know, 5 boys. We really encourage everyone to keep continuing their leadership skills as well throughout the year. But tonight's obviously a great start to the year. Obviously, a sign of things to come, both on and off the field. And yeah, can't wait to get stuck into it tomorrow.
Huh? Team? Or the leadership
The
group.
leadership group.
Yeah, the leadership group, if you just want to quickly come up and we'll present your jumper. So the other blokes that come up, Hayden Chapman.
Good Chappie.
Hey, brother. Next one, Heath Patton, first year at the club. Long sleever. Huh? Next one, Nathan Midica, Nick Midica. And next one, first year at the club, Hayden Hunt. We're doing the team now? Is it the team now? Hello, mate. What else you got? Joe? Here's. All right, call on Wayne to present our reserves captain.
All right. The reserve captain for 2024 is Tomo.
We can see that's a popular choice. We're moving on now to read out our side, are we? We'll go to a commercial break and we'll come back.
At the Northern Footy Show, we are proud to announce LJL Custom Cabinets as our partner in sponsoring the Top Gun Goal Kicking Challenge. Rick and his team at LJL Custom Cabinets are the #1 choice for kitchens, cabinets and all custom work. Support the local businesses that are supporting grassroots footy. Contact Rick today.
Back pocket. What, numbers or back pocket? I'm reading from the back line.
Yeah, Zach go first.
Going across,
Yeah.
and then that way across. All right, boys, girls, ladies and gents. We're going to read out our side that's going to represent us for our first game here tomorrow. And they're going to get their jumper, so we're going to do it pretty quick. Just come up, shake the hand, keep going. So the blokes that are representing us for round 1 tomorrow in the back pocket, Zach Orr. Fullback, James Todorowski. Mark, that's Oleg. The other back pocket, Aaron Tacox. On the halfback flank, Hayden Chapman. Centre half back, Nathan Parks. Other half back flank, Luke O'Keefe. On a wing, Luke DeCarney. In the centre, Heath Patton. On the other wing, Musa Ali. On a half forward flank, Nick Caldone. Centre half forward, Connor Adam. Half forward flank, Scott Dixon. Forward pocket, Nathan Midica. Full forward, Sam Rexepi. Forward pocket, Nicholas Anastasi. In the ruck, Xavier Whitnell. Ruck rover, Michael Boyle. Rover, Hayden Hunt. Interchange bench, Sebastian, that's the one I was trying to get out. Sebastian Pretty. Jared Baldassar. Interchange, Tom Burns. And the other interchange, last one, Justin Bentley. Is he the only bloke not here when I went outside? Is that blokes that are going to miss out on a game this week of football? So that's a great sign and a great work. And those 14 blokes are not blokes that just turned up in the last week or two. Most of those blokes, of the 14, have been training the whole pre-season. So it's an absolutely awesome work by the guys. Great achievement, and to have this feeling in here, it's good. Let's continue on with it, eh? And Wayne will read out his side.
All right, all players must be, the reserve players must be here by 10:30, no later than 10:30. No later than 10:30 tomorrow, so make sure we all get it nice, early, and switched on. That'll be about 10:30. All right. All right, from the back line, Josh Plummer. You can sit down, no jumpers. Here they come.
Josh Plummer!
Full back, Dylan.
What? 5.
Down the back pockets, Jeff Reynolds, new player of the club, Jeff.
Well done, Jeff. Good job.
Halfback flank, Jordan Barber.
He'll learn from us.
Set up back, Anton.
Absorb from us and he'll go. Yeah, he'll learn.
Ain't it on here? Other halfback flank, Christian Scaff. And on the wing we've got DJ. In the pivot we got our captain Turbo. On the other wing we've got Coda. Well on Coda. Half forward Scravina. Michael.
No. Put them up somewhere.
Michael, no, Michael. Set half forward Ray.
I've got a photo already, but
Other half forward Joy Bennett. Jersey, forward pocket. Stephen O'Keefe. Soccer. Full forward, we've got Goody. Full forward. Big Brad's in the rack. One of the vice captains, Connor Fitzey, Rack Rover. And the other one, Rover, is Matthew Baker. On interchange, we got Wilcox. Luke Baker. Looks so excited. Chris Stab. Will Bishop. Josh Candolino. Yeah. And Eric is that away? For those who missed out, it is only round one. There's 18 rounds. There's plenty of opportunity, and you'll be given that opportunity. For those who got their opportunity, let's make sure you bring your game head on tomorrow and focus on the game. And straight away from first bounce, let's hit that ground, hit running. So.
I've got your jumpers video. I think you can come and collect them now.
Thanks, Jess.
What's wrong with your aircon? Sanitaire professionally clean our air conditioners every year.
My family's always sick. Maybe it's our aircon.
I cannot believe the gunk that comes out. Sanitaire is an amazing service.
Remove harmful mold, bacteria and odours. Starting from $69, your aircon will be healthier and run more efficiently.
My husband is so happy. Even our power bills are lower.
Sanitaire's award-winning premium service comes with a 12-month nationwide mold-free guarantee. Sanitaire, it's like a flu shot for your aircon. Call now, 1-800-130-168.
Welcome back. We're back at the back on the chairs. Amazing first team set up for everybody. Like you're getting your first jumper for a new club. Going through the captains and the leaders, it all starts to be real now, doesn't it, Bob?
Oh, no doubt. Like it's good to see 70 or 80 people back in the club. Can't wait till tomorrow. The crowd's, a bit rowdy at the moment, but
it's getting a bit restless, the fellas.
They're up and about, which is really good. So yeah, can't complain.
And they just mentioned that 14 guys missed out. What does that mean for the club?
Well, considering we had our reserve side playing our ones last year, so realistically we had no players. We've gone gangbuster with players, so can't wait.
And have you seen over pre-season? You would have watched it since the start of pre-season. The influence of the Whitnell boys coming in. I guess the gradual change over the summer. How are you sitting at the end of that pre-season? How do you feel like you're sitting?
I think we're a lot fitter. That's the main thing. We're a lot fitter. Our skills are increased unbelievably. We're all ready to go. Like we've had a couple of wins. The club's up and about. We're going good. So.
What about that Shane Whitnell bloke? He's useless, isn't he?
I'm glad he's not playing because he's had too many pies, the big boy.
Yeah, I've always said that I'd have him, and then he goes and gets his knee done. He can't handle. I'm not going to say weak, but I will chuck it out there.
No,
what does it mean for the club to get back into that, what we just said, 14 players missing? You're saying last year it was difficult to get players. What has been the change other than Shane and Lance? What else do you think has changed their club?
Just stability in leadership. So, they've worked hard in the off-season to get players that, work hard as a group, work hard as teammates and all that. So, in the end of the day, they play because they like the people they're playing with. And they've attracted each other to come here, so yeah, can't complain.
You've just announced your leadership group. What will they bring to the team?
A lot of experience, talent, good foot skills, basically everything. I'm very happy. It's a very good leadership group. Basically, I think 2 of them out of the 5 are all new. So yeah, I was just looking at a few notes before. out of the 22 players, there's 12 new players that come to the club. So only 10 from last year.
I hope they're better foot skills than the ones we had kicking goals at the start of the pre-season.
I'm hoping, because that was pretty ordinary.
That was horrible.
Yeah.
So in the club rooms now, what does it mean to have everyone back here? Like it's the way they've fitted out the club rooms, having dinner and everything together. It must be a really great way to start. Starting Good Friday is a massive big plus for the club. How do you see that?
Oh, it's great. Like at the start of it, when you take a presidency on, you think, oh, you can do this, you can do that, but it takes a lot of people involved to get us to where we are today. Not only coaches, committee, all that kind of stuff. So we're just happy that it's slowly coming together. A few piece puzzles have to be still put in, but yeah, we're slowly getting there.
What is your goal for the year? What are you aiming for?
To be more than competitive. Yeah, if we're more than competitive, that's a tick. Obviously, if we win games, it's even better. But little steps at the moment, which is the main thing. I was just reading a couple of notes before. Division 3 is the strongest it's ever been.
Yeah, we talk about that for the last
unbelievable
3 months. And every team we've been to, you sit there and go, oh, hang on, they could be the top. And then you go to the next one, you're like, hang on, they could be the top. So I couldn't agree more. And I actually think it's fantastic for you guys to be in that, to understand the competition, to see the standards necessary. I reckon it's fantastic.
When we have a chat obviously after training and that, the boys come around, I said, another player signed like Dane Swan or Eddie Betts or, Scott Selwood now, Sam Gilmore, Shane Harvey, just to name a few. But it just makes the competition even stronger.
Correct.
And when you go to a game, every game's going to be filled of talented players, which Division 3 probably wasn't. Now, really good.
And going forward, what's the 5-year plan?
Our 5-year plan, basically just to cement each year, little steps. We've got, 72 or 73 players now, so that's a good start, and you just go from there. And success obviously brings more people, better players, etc., etc.
And I remember I spoke at the start of the show that when you look at some of the sides who were successful back in the days, they weren't blokes that came in. They were blokes that over the years, the younger guys became reserves, reserves became seniors. Do you have that really good bunch of young blokes? Are there some that you can see kind of replicating the triple feat of the Parisis, the Tollies, the Carmichaels back in the day? Like
I was only a kid when all that was happening, and I got very, very lucky with that. But that was the glory days. We're a long way from that, unfortunately. But we're getting there. We're starting to win a few games, and next season build on that and build on that.
You're talking about little steps. Tomorrow's the first step of that. What's been the messaging going into the game?
Win.
And mate, trust me, as I said, I've got a lot of effing mates to see them, and to see if they will get over the top of it. It's a massive game. It's Good Friday. It's the centrepiece of Division 3. It's a magnificent way to start. Basically, continuing on from tonight.
Yep.
What a great way.
It's a battle of High Street as well, so hopefully we have a crack, and we have to get the big W. It'll be nice.
Yeah, a lot of relatives, both of mine in Epping and Lalor. I don't know which one to go for.
Red and white, mate. Red and white.
So moving along to the game tomorrow. Here.
Yep.
To start off with, we're talking about the alcohol thing before.
Yep.
But to get a big crowd. Yep. So everyone who's watching, got nothing to do, as we said at the start, get down to see the game. It'd be amazing to see this place packed out again.
Oh, no doubt. We're expecting 400 to 500. There's nothing else on. Why wouldn't you come? 27 degrees. And as I said, hopefully two good sides have a crack. That's all you can ask for. Two good sides, bit of feed, a few cold beverages, and go from there.
And it's always, I remember it being a little bit windy, pushing to the other side of the ground. What's the best side to play football in this group?
Oh,
don't give it away too much. Tell the opposite of Epping you're watching.
No, obviously in front of the crowd, but it's windy here. Usually always windy, so good luck. Good luck, Epping. You haven't been here for a while, so good luck.
Yeah. Well, thanks for joining us, mate. It's as I said, I can't believe how much has changed over the last 6 to 8 months. I remember when we came here at the start of pre-season, there was a few players, but not to the level it is now. To see you blokes do your leadership groups, announce your first team, I get that little bit of a chill. I remember when I got my first jumper playing local footy. We wish you the best of luck, and we truly can't wait to see what you guys can produce.
Thank you very much. And as I said, all you wanting to be is competitive, and the wins will come.
Excellent.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Will.
Cheers.
Good luck.
Thank you.
At the Northern Footy Show, we are proud to announce LJL Custom Cabinets as our partner in sponsoring the Top Gun Goal Kicking Challenge. Rick and his team at LJL Custom Cabinets are the #1 choice for kitchens, cabinets and all custom work. Support the local businesses that are supporting grassroots footy. Contact Rick today.
And we're here back with the Lalor Saviour. Lance Redmond. Amazing to have you back at the club. What's it feel like to be coaching the club? Come back to, as I said, your family history in the club. How does it feel to start down here?
Yeah, really good, awesome feeling. When I sort of signed up, when Wally signed up as president, and he spoke to me about coming back and being a coach, and it was a really good feeling back then. But it's even better feeling now. Just the whole pre-season we've done, the buy-in from the group. Everything that we're doing is just kept building and building, getting better and better. And to see what's happening here tonight was it's a great feeling, great start. So really excited and really looking forward to it now.
Absolutely. I just asked this exact question, but I think it's important to get your perspective on it. 14 players missing out. That's a really good sign for the club.
Yeah, it's awesome. From what the club come from last year, where they didn't fill a reserve side a couple of games, and as I said in the speech, 14 blokes missing out, but they've all been training and stuff like that. So it's a really good feeling. It's making the boys push harder, which is good. It's really exciting and it's a good feel at the moment.
It's good to kick your brother out so he can't get a game, so he can be the 15th bloke that can't play. He keeps telling me he keeps playing, but I carried him for 5 years. I don't know who's doing it now.
No, I think he wishes he was playing. I think when I was signed up as coach, he sort of come to me and said, "I've got 18 spots, so I can get one of them." And then every time I picked up somebody, he goes, "I've got 17. What position does he play?" Okay, I'll play somewhere.
I did hear that story, yeah.
So he's narrowed himself down. Now he can't even get a game in the two. So he's good to have around. He's enjoying it, and we're all enjoying it.
And what did it take for your leadership group? What did you see in those guys? Because I reckon the hardest job of any coach is to pick your leadership group, because you throw a blanket over 15, 20 blokes that would actually show their way. What were the little things that kind of got your captain over the line?
Those blokes in particular, they were real standout. I don't think there was one session missed between those 5.
Yep.
If they did, it was a really good reason. But they drove the standards from pre-season. You could just feel in that they're natural leaders. They lifted the group when the group was sort of dropping off a little bit. They spoke really well when we were talking. And the way I coached, I sort of threw it open to the floor, to the guys to do a lot of the talking and to bring the group along. And those are the blokes who were standing out and really trying to get better for the group. And come the practice matches, they stood out even more by they were sacrificing their game to make other blokes better, and that's what I like, and that's what stood out in their game. But yeah, it was their whole work rate and work ethic behind.
Awesome. You touched on standards. What's been the most pleasing in the pre-season?
Just every time I put something to them, they gobble it all up and they take it and they just get better and better. I remember the first training night when I came down and we'd done some skills, and I'm like, oh, this is
bit of work to do.
Here. But every training session, walked off the train track and the coaches will say that was better than Tuesday, or that was better than last week. So they've just kept soaking it up and just enjoying it, and they're really coming along. And it's been the best thing about pre-season is that everything you put to them, they were doing it, and then the next session I was trying to give them a bit more. They were doing it. So, and it wasn't just the running; it's more the games scenario, game style, that kind of stuff. And they really enjoyed it, and they were really just lapping it up. So it's good.
It's a big role being the senior coach. How important is the support of the assistants?
Oh, it's massive. Yeah, massive. No coach or any coach out there wants to coach all on his own. He's kidding himself. You need all the support you can get. You need other eyes and other opinions. And I'm fortunate enough, I've got a couple of good ones that have played a fair bit of footy in their time, and they know what they're doing. So it's good to have assistant coaches.
Decent cricketer amongst them too.
Who's that? I don't know. That was
surely he hasn't told you.
Shane and I were pretty good at cricketers, but yeah, Ash has told us that he was good at cricket. Yeah, and he was good at cricket.
He's a very, very good cricketer. I played cricket with him. A very good cricketer.
Yeah, no, he's played some high level cricket, so he knows what's going on there. But he's enjoying his time as an assistant coach. So
take me through. You've had a lot of coaches in your time. Who are the ones that kind of influence you? What are the styles that you like to bring about? You said you like to throw it open to the group. What other things do you like to implement?
I'm big on getting feedback from the group, because they're the ones that are out there playing. They're the ones that are going through the motions. And I mean, we can see stuff on the side, and what we feel is what's happening. But if you speak to the group and it's not happening out there, well, you're a bit different. But I've had some good coaches over my time. I mean, no doubt David Parkin, sort of when I got him, he was at the end of his career, but he's still an awesome coach and a very good motivator. I had Wayne Britton after him, and he was more a football coach and wanted to teach you how to play and stuff like that. So, I think I find myself a bit of a mixture. I mean, I like teaching the guys. I like, just trying to educate them on sort of what game style we want, where I want them positioned, things like that. So I'm not big on the motivation. I'm trying to think they do that themselves, but I'm more big on the learnings and stuff in the game. So they get better player by learning the game and what we want from them.
Well, I think that's what, as you said, you're in the situation now where it's all about teaching. So you're starting off, you're almost refreshing the club again. So I think that learning aspect, and as you said, if they get better and better each week, that's all you can ask for. By the end of the year, you can sit back and go, well, this is what we look like at the start of pre-season. This is what we look like now. There's an 80% increase, which gives us something to work on for the following year.
Well, that's where we sort of based our pre-season. We started from scratch, just gave them a little bit, made them get to that level first, then we gave them a little bit more, bring them to that level. And probably in the last 6 weeks, we've just increased what we're feeding to them, what we're giving to them, how we're going about it. We've just increased the load because they've just, as I said before, they've just soaked it all up and just really taken it all in. So now, hopefully we're going to another few levels from where we're at.
What's your plan tomorrow? What are you looking at on the game? What is your absolute goal?
Oh, no doubt. We just, for a start, we just want to be competitive. We're coming from a long way back, and we can set goals where obviously we all want to play finals and things like that. But being realistic, from where we're at, we want to be competitive early, and then we'll build from there. And I think I've said to the group before, if we're staying in games, being competitive, and the way we've trained and the way we've kept improving, every time we go out there and play, we're going to keep improving as a side. And that's what I want to see, just continual improvement.
Something I've really noticed tonight is the messaging across the board. Everyone we've spoken to has spoken on the exact same points. How pleasing is that for you that everyone's on the same page?
It's good because we're all on the same page and we're all working from the same page, and that's it's been really good because we're all basically starting from scratch and like building a house. You've got to start somewhere and just keep building on it. And as a club, that's what we've done, and that's what we want to do. So it's good that we're all on the same page.
It's not just the club as well. We've spoken about the famous canteen. Yeah. It's all the support around it that makes it. So it's really great to get teams and stuff like that. But I've always believed that, your trainers, your water boys, the ladies behind the canteen, the ones that cook the dinners every week. I mean, if you can judge it by tonight, it's just an amazing turnaround. Yeah. And it just puts the club in a great position.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you can get all the players you like, but if you haven't got those support staff off the field doing those things for you, the blokes will walk away quick smart. So those people are the most important people at the footy club. If you've got them right and plenty of people wanting to help, which we've got at the moment, which is good, the club can go on field pretty good. And when I signed up with Wally, I said to Wally, let's get off field right. I'll work on field, but let's focus on off field and getting more people in. More people want to help, and mate, the amount of people have come to us and said, we just want to help, we want to do something. They've never been involved in Lalor before, but have come to us and said, we want to help. And there's blokes walking around here tonight doing fundraising and stuff like that. Had no involvement at Lalor Football Club before this year. So it's absolutely amazing to see people just want to help and help get us back to where we want to be.
And stepping back into football, how did you see the pre-season games? Do you have a couple of hit-outs?
Yeah,
were things you saw you really liked?
Yeah,
things you sit back and go, well, that's something to work on.
Yeah, we had three practice matches.
Yep.
We won 2 out of not that the scoreboard counts, but it's just the way we went about it. From our first practice match to our last practice match, the improvement was just enormous.
Yep.
Having said that, I wasn't at our first practice match. I couldn't get there. I
saw pictures.
I had another commitment, but relied on the good assistant coaches. I lost the long bowls. So, I had a long bowls grand final, so all good. But it was good. But from our first practice match to the last, I reckon we're a completely different side. And we played Glenroy in our first one, and sort of the feedback I got from them and stuff, they said we've got something to work with.
Yeah.
And there's no doubt, the next game will come out, and we worked on that, and got something to work with. There is something there, that's for sure.
Well, we're really looking forward to watching this year. We, as I said, me and Daz were here probably the first few nights to do the kicking. To see the change over 6 months, we said it to Wal. We can only imagine what it's going to look like at the end of the year. We wish you all the best of luck. Keep up the magnificent vibe in this place. We're so looking forward to seeing tomorrow, the start of the footy year on Good Friday. And we wish you the very best.
Thank you very much, guys, and you're doing a ripping job too. It's great for the clubs. Thank you very much.
Cheers, mate.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good luck.
You.
What's wrong with your aircon? Sanitaire professionally clean our air conditioners every year.
My family's always sick. Maybe it's our aircon.
I cannot believe the gunk that comes out. Sanitaire is an amazing service.
Remove harmful mold, bacteria and odours. Starting from $69, your aircon will be healthier and run more efficiently.
My husband is so happy. Even our power bills are lower.
Sanitaire's award-winning premium service comes with a 12-month nationwide mold-free guarantee. Sanitaire, it's like a flu shot for your aircon. Call now, 1-800-130-168.
All right, guys, welcome back as Matty looks at the footy scores over there. I see Collingwood's up by about 17 or 18. Might even be 16. I'm not good at math. All right, so, guys, what a great night we've had down here at Lalor.
Amazing.
I have asked a couple of sides to supply their sides to read out. I've got Greensborough's at this stage. Kira, I don't have my glasses here.
Oh, no.
Can you do it, please? The younger eyes are needed here. Kira's going to read out.
I would like to apologise in advance if I butcher people's names.
I really hope there's Italian ones.
That's why I gave it to you.
I'm the most un-Italian person ever.
All right, so Greensborough's going to line up like this.
D. Lawler, Z. Hart, W. McFaulkner, T. Bridley, A. Severs, J. Johnston, N. Howard, B. Fisher, P. B. Panham, T. O'Sullivan, C. Bowes, T. Fallon, H. Andronako, old Kobo boy.
Oh.
Z. McCubbin.
McCubbin, yes.
This is really testing me. K. Fornato. That one. B. Glenn. J. Smith. J. Delaney. W. O'Dwyer Richards, M. Fitzgerald, A. Stellers, and Logan. That was a lot.
Where are they playing out of tomorrow?
Eltham, so big game tomorrow, same time. So you've got a choice of two games tomorrow in the Northern Footy League. Yeah, Eltham's first game up from Division 2, so back into Division 1. They want to stay. I have texted Bongo to try and Timmy to get the side over to me, but he just hasn't read my message, to be fair to him. It's the first night. It's a big night at every club. Same at Epping. I haven't managed to get it. They might be running a bit late over there as well. But go listen, join their Facebook pages. You'll see them. Guys, from my perspective, a live show is very different.
It's a bit
Live show's chaos.
It
Are
is
you talking
chaos.
about the actual show or trying to stop kids running past and taking out the camera?
I'm more concerned that the name that Kira struggled with the most was O'Sullivan.
Yeah.
No. Some of them had their first name and their last name. Some of them only had their last name, so I was trying to work it out.
We have probably forgotten more than we know in tonight's show, but we're going to wrap it up. We're 52 minutes in. Thank you to everyone that's joined. I see there's been over 80 or 90 people that have logged on tonight. First show back next week. We're at North Heidelberg on Thursday night at the Kennel.
Take on Elmsey.
Packed night. Take on Elmsey's on beforehand. A lot of interviews. I love the Kennel. I have a real soft spot for North Heidelberg. Got Warren, who's just a superstar, the president of Asen.
We get Heats on this.
Got Heaters on. Heater's son might come back on. Parker loves the camera.
Just don't tell a joke because he doesn't takes him 20 minutes.
Kira's not here, or she could have hosted maths or something down there with the boys down there. But we've got a huge week ahead. We'll be back down here tomorrow to interview both coaches and captains after the game. It's going to be a ripper game. If you've got nothing to do on Good Friday, there will be no better place to be than local footy. Matty?
Now, Daz, hang on. We're missing one part of the essential part of the show.
What is it?
That's the joke.
I was going to say.
I can't find the goal.
Well, I must say that the only one who hasn't said one yet.
I don't know.
No. Did you? Oh, okay.
I'm the worst person to tell a joke ever.
I'm going to have to double up. I don't know where.
We'll double up next week.
We'll double up next week. I didn't.
Hang on.
Shane, have you got a joke for us? We need joke of the day.
You need to save me.
You've got the glasses for it.
We've lost our joke guy. We're live and he's gone. We'll have to double up next week.
And most of mine aren't PG, so I probably won't keep them.
Just before we go, Shane, come and have a seat.
Yeah, you can take mine.
Grab a kick, so come on. We can't not have you on with those glasses. Put on your top.
We only didn't interview the one Whitmore we didn't want on here. We managed to get rid of X. He was requesting me all week to be on the show.
He's a scaredy cat.
He's a scaredy cat. So, Shane, huge year. You're as important as anyone to be back down at this club where you played a lot of footy. the family name. Your dad's been here, your brother's here, you're here, your son's now playing here. First game of senior footy tomorrow.
Yeah, it's a bit of a proud moment for obviously myself, or Whitnall name itself. My father played here in the 80s.
Yep.
We come here through the 90s, come back in the 2000s, and then see my son coming through and playing senior footy. Yeah, it's a great honour personally for me to see him, progress into senior football.
How the boys travelling? I know Lance just said that they're doing so much better than that first game at RMIT.
Yeah, look,
had a couple of wins.
Yeah, we've had a couple of wins since the RMIT game. That was our first inter-club practice match. So we're still learning the players' abilities and things like that. So now that we've played a couple of practice matches, they've had good success, that's what we're aiming for, to get a bit of confidence in the blokes. And hopefully we can take that confidence into tomorrow's game and be competitive as what we're aiming to be.
Yeah. I think the club's in great nick. Over 100 down here. You virtually sold the place out tonight. There was not a spare seat.
No,
there was a few people standing up.
And how's the spread?
That's the thing I think that's been why the canteen's been rated as the best in the canteen.
The spread was amazing.
We're in the kitchen tomorrow.
They're trying to feed us 20 times.
So you got people like that are behind the scenes, which do a tremendous job. Anne Radcliffe does a tremendous job around there. Like, she was here at 3 o'clock this afternoon getting things ready. She'll be here tomorrow. She just said to me here at 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning.
It's amazing. It's what you need.
For a 12 o'clock start, which she needs preparation. She goes, I don't just do dim sims, I do everything. So
this isn't her only job either. I've heard she runs 6 cafes.
She manages and runs 6 cafes.
Oh, my Lord.
So. Yeah, so it's good to get a bit of numbers back into the club, a couple old faces back in, and that's what the club's sort of been lacking over a few years. With on-field success, that's the first thing that drops off, is your attendance to the game, people who socialise, hanging around. Yes, after the teams are read out, everyone always vanishes. That's footy club.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, that didn't seem to be the way tonight. They hung around like noisy little buggers.
I know. You do miss that about a club, though. I mean,
definitely.
When we were at Bundoora, was the vibe on a Thursday night. It was just a packed house, and it's the one thing I massively miss: the training night, the Thursday night, the dinners, everyone getting together.
Yeah, 100%. That's
having a crack at each other is just the greatest fun. And if you were here all night and all the wisecracks and all, every time someone got a jumper, there was a story about it. So I find it the best part of football, and the part I massively miss.
Yeah, I think we're all the same in that situation. That's what sort of makes you play footy, is that vibe after and around, after the game, after the training sessions, and a bit of banter, and it all goes a long way. It's all fun and well. So
I must say, I know you're not one that would want the pat on the back, but I've got to say, absolutely well done to you and your brother. What you have done for this club, I know that it might not show yet, but it is already. Don't worry about the footy scores at the moment. You have turned it around. It really needed you and him really to do it.
It's not so odd, man. I'm not going to take the credit for it. But, like when Lance was appointed, I think I spoke to you at the RMIT game about things like that. I said, I'm more than happy to jump whatever is required, whether it's runner, whether it's, player. I'm registered as a player, but I don't want to be put a hand on the play.
That's not what he just told us. He said you were fighting for your position.
Well, it's funny you said that, because when he got appointed the coaching job, we were sitting here in the discussion. I said, I've got 22 spots available.
I was just saying that,
There's 22 spots available. And then he would recruit a full-back and centre back pocket. And I said, well, there goes another position I've got to fight for. So then we come to, now we've got 14 blokes missing out.
Wow, what a great problem.
100%. That's the thing to be, but just hopefully that them guys hang around, you know what I mean? It's them sort of fringe, the reserves players that don't sort of get recognised for their hard work, and they're twos, but you want them to hang around. When it's cold and miserable, you want them people still to be around. I don't want to be putting on the jumper when it's cold and miserable.
So important.
100% it is, and it's good to be in that position where last year the club had 30, 45 blokes to pick from.
Makes a big difference.
They were doubling up, playing different games, and it scores.
There's no pressure when you've only got just enough players. There's no pressure to take up to the ones. And I think that's the best. The biggest improvement get when the blokes and the ones know if they're not pulling their weight. 5, 6 blokes.
And that's what we said to them. We called a couple in just to see where they're at, what they, where they're structured, wherever. And we just said, look, at the end of the day, we're in a position now that, if you're not training, you're not making attendance to training, well, there's going to be consequences for that. At the end of the day, you want to be able to put your best side on the park. 100%. But you've got to reward the ones that have done the hard yards from back in, when did we start? No, December, early November, or late November, whatever it was.
Long time, isn't it, to get to here?
It's a long time.
We're excited. We're not even,
well,
we're just excited for the show to get here and then get down to the clubs. And this vibe is what you miss.
Yeah, well, that's right, exactly. It'll be a good vibe tomorrow when everyone's around and you've got, people coming and going and, people that haven't been in the club for a little while.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Now, two more things before we finish up. One, clubs are nothing without sponsors.
Yes.
A great drink. So
they are.
Geez, that was my line.
I am actually
Can you
a
do one
chocolate
better
fan.
than that? You're a chocolate
fan, not a, or one of these ones.
Ice chocolate?
Honeycomb, yeah.
Yep. These are fantastic. Now, the next thing I want to go with is I've Googled a couple of dad jokes.
Oh.
So we'll finish with two very short jokes. We got one more. One more sponsor. No, one more sponsor. We'll get him on. I told my girlfriend last night that she drew her eyebrows on too high. She looked really surprised. Hey, these are dead. Hey, I got one more. How do you make a tissue dance?
Put a little boogie in.
Put a little
Oh,
boogie.
God.
It's an oldie and a goodie. Lance, you jump out. We're going to get the sponsor in.
Shane will do. Shane will jump out.
No, we'll just bugger off, Shane. We'll call you what we want. This is our show.
Brother of Lance.
Do I call him Lance?
Yeah.
I'm an idiot.
They're running
Come
the
on
show.
in.
All right. Now we've got our final sponsor to close the night off. What a way to meet you, Darren.
Rod,
Matty,
pleased to meet you.
what do you do, Rod?
We own Cars of Melbourne.
Cars of Melbourne.
Cars of
Would you
Melbourne.
like to sponsor the Northern Footy Show for a new Porsche or something? Can we get there?
I can't give you a Porsche, but we could certainly look into what we can do for you.
Clubs are nothing without sponsors, in all seriousness.
Absolutely, couldn't agree anymore, mate.
They've got to be ecstatic to have you on board. How long have you been in business?
We've been there for 20 years in Sydney Road, North Coburg.
Wow.
We've been there for a long time. We're a family business, been there for a long
She'll
time.
be down there next week. So.
We've come and see.
I've seen her drive. She'll be down every 4 weeks.
Saw Coburg, you've picked up.
We're one of the major sponsors of Lalor Football Club. We have been for a long time, and being an ex-president for 5 years and a vice president for 3 years.
Wow.
And we've had a couple of very hard years, but we're struggling, but we're back on board, and it's all about sponsorship. It's about putting money back in and what you can afford to do, and hoping the club do it in the right way, and we go ahead. But
So if you're looking for a car, what cars do you sell?
well, we've got
used.
we've got a great range. We carry about 160 cars in stock. We don't sell new cars. Our cars have ranged from around about 15,000 upwards.
Yep.
Light commercials, vans, small hatchbacks, a great range of vehicles.
And what's the one on the lot that's kind of spruiking out that people should come and look at?
Me.
What car are you giving me?
Yeah, I know,
Matty
yeah.
and Kieran to drive
I'll tell
around?
you what.
Don't give her a good one. Don't give her a good one.
What would she like to buy?
What would you like
She
to
only
buy?
needs
I
one of
like
those
this
little
as a
Honda
salesman.
Jazzes or something like that.
Well, and the truth is, we're going to get your logo. I'll write it down afterwards. We'll get it up. We'll
Do
a
that.
couple
And
of ads
as
for
I
you.
said, I mean, being a staunch Lalor supporter, we're great sponsors of Lalor Football Club. But in saying that, if anyone from the listens to your radio show, and anyone from the Northern Football League that's affiliated with any other club, regardless, we sell so many cars, and we're very successful. But people come in and they look at our logos and they look at the Lalor Football Club jerseys up in our showroom, and how did you get it? I went from North Heidelberg or Greensboro or Bundoora, where it is. Hey, we're happy to certainly look after them.
And the good news is, X amount of that money goes back into the club, and it's so important. Next week, we haven't spoken about this, Matty and Kira, but next week we're going to launch a sponsor on the show who is going to give, and I won't release it now, but they're in like earth moving and heavy equipment, and every single rental and sale that comes out, you just got to give them the code TNFS, and they will put a percentage of that straight back to the club. No different if someone comes down and buys a car off you tomorrow and from North Heidelberg, I'm sure you'd say, no dramas, I'm happy to kick something back to you guys.
We're certainly more than happy to do that. If they mention your TNFS, happy to do it.
Mate,
Happy to give some money back, put money back into the local clubs, and hey, it all goes to a good cause, and we're all here for the same reason.
As the show grows and we get more people and we generate sales, Matty and I will be in a Porsche before you know it. And then I'll go get back in the old Camry and drive home. But thanks for coming on.
Thank you very much.
You're a legend.
Matty, when you do the car, come and see us.
I love this. This is sales.
Won't be a
101.
problem. Thank you very much for your time, and hey, thanks for coming out and supporting us
May
tonight.
as well stay here while we wrap up, guys. That's where we're going to wrap the show up. We'll get some logos. We love sponsors. It is the heart of the club. We will be back next Thursday, North Heidelberg Footy Club, going to be a huge night. Thanks so much to Lalor and everyone down here tonight. We're down here tomorrow. I'm doing something very special in the kitchen tomorrow. So there's a heads up. I'm doing something on game day, very special in the kitchen. Then after the game, we'll speak to the coaches and we will speak to the captains. Until then, if you've got nothing to do tomorrow, get down here. Stay beautiful. Thanks, everyone, for coming on. See you
Thank you
next
very
week.
much. Come and watch the Bloods and the Piggers tomorrow.
Come on, get down.
Good Friday.